أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أمن هو قانت آناء الليل ساجدا وقياما يحذر الآخرة ويرجو رحمة ربه قل هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب.
Two big issues in this ayah. One is differentiated sameness. All human beings are essentially the same. The spirit or the soul is the same. The Qur'an says, I created you from one self. Here, self doesn't mean the lower self. It means both. The soul, the spirit, and its shadow, which is the lower self. Is it the same? We are essentially the same, and that is where the justice arises from. And we know that. That is why this high level of material differentiation is false. Capitalism and all that brutalities. It is about we are all the same. We want to discover that which is beyond all discoveries. To be at one with the one. To have broken through all the barriers of the mind and all of the barriers that this world is like the womb, layer upon layer upon layer of darkness. So, differentiated sameness is one major issue mentioned in this ayah and many, many other ayahs. The second issue is ilm, knowledge. What is knowledge? There is basic intellectual, mental intelligence, normal intelligence, emotional intelligence. But what about higher intelligence? What about transcendent intelligence, spiritual intelligence? It is another level. It takes you out of this box of limitations of space and time. If you do not step out of the box, then you don't have the right reference. The ayah challenges us. Is it the same as those who know? Are they the same as those who don't know? What is knowledge? There is skilled knowledge. There is basic knowledge. This is acquirable. This is easy. The ayah is referring to something else. Knowledge of transcendence. That they can stop their mind. They know through the soul. They know through their heart. They know by that ultimate reference, which is the only true, if you like, context. If you want to put things in context, get out of the box of contextualization into the ultimate referencing. That's why also in creativity, you struggle, you do your best, all within duality. No, it didn't work. Too much, too high, too low. Eventually you get so tired, and then suddenly from the unseen, an intuitive touch comes to you. So, and that is what it is. We are in the middle between the infinite unseen, timelessness, and the finite duality which you identify with, and your number and your ID and your so on. So beginning and ending. So knowledge. Two spheres of knowledge. One is discussable, teachable. It can be shared. Knowledge of a language, knowledge of how to do this activity or not, knowledge how to govern or not, knowledge, political knowledge, economical knowledge, scientific knowledge, and so on and so on. But that there is the knowledge that there is the all-knower. There is no longer duality there. And the light of that knowledge, which is again major power, and we love power. And knowledge also is another agent of love. Love is a unifying field. We call this whole issue of our searching as to the meaning of life, or how can the physical and the non-physical meet, unified field. We are in the middle of that field. You are an entity, you have a structure made of all the visible, physical, and so on, and you have a light that goes beyond discernible lights. There are millions and zillions of beams of lights, radiations and others. Our electromagnetic field is what is visible, what we know is tiny amount. So we as human beings encompass the light in the cosmos and the physicality of the stones and calcium, which is also in our bone. Knowledge is an aspect of love. You know, that means you know what came first, what came last, what is the cause, what is the effect, how can you mix. Knowledge is chemistry, physics, biology, physiology, all this. They all know. The trees know. Temperature changes, pressure changes, humidity changes, they suddenly burst into life. Time comes also for them to accept the cycle. What comes up goes down, giving in. But we human beings think we own life. It's my life. And everybody is threatened. You have one life only. What do you mean one life? There's only one. It's not one life, it's only one. But my life is only a spark of the cosmic life. Once I know that, then you have no fear of death. Then you know it's not your life. It's the life giver. And it is part of generosity and it's grace. So we are in utter adoration of that, as the ayah tells us. Is it the same? Those who are constantly in that state of adoration and worship. Worship implies obsession. You can only worship that which you love beyond measure. You're obsessed with it. Every one of us is obsessed with life. So you are obsessed with the life giver. Admit it, accept it, and sing along. And it's not liberation, it's not freedom, it's acknowledgement. And that takes you beyond liberation and beyond freedom. Freedom is a mental fantasy. That word is never in the Qur'an. We've become suddenly now freedom. We are freedom fighter, freedom seeker. It's all fighting. It's all warfare. And that's the Western cultures. Fight the disease. Fight the disease. Fight against you. End up fighting yourself. So it is flowing with the flow of that which is boundless, endless, passing through that zone, short term, within space and time. If you accept this, acceptance is Islam. Not subversion, it's accept. Accept the fact that you are limited, you're seeking the limitless. Good luck to you. We are all the same. It's differentiated sameness. Different levels of the same stages that we have all gone through.